Hey, everybody. We are back with our 5 card weekly spread. And, this week we are going to move into hitting the full moon in Scorpio on Monday. And so think about the things that you need to release. Think about Scorpio's energy of deep emotion, connecting internally. Make sure that you come and check out the Wisdom and Woo that I have. It's a crossover event this time with a good friend who you may know if you watch other things on this channel. KJ Nazrul, we're going to be doing a little crossover between Wisdom and Woo Monday at 3:30 Eastern Time. And her show will come on right afterwards at 4 o'clock, Musings with the Muse. And so make sure you check us out. We'll also be streaming live on Instagram as well. So that's going to be a lot of fun. What else? Oh, Tuesday. Tuesday is going to be a big day if you're watching this in real time or you're watching this before Tuesday of this week. Tuesday morning, if you're in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, there is the Pride in Business Expo happening. You should definitely come and visit. There'll be several hundred people at the NASCAR Hall of Fame. I will be presenting twice that day, throughout the day, a couple sessions on reconnecting intuitively with your business and with yourself. We're going to do some mindful meditation and some other fun stuff. So make sure that if you're in town, you come check that out. And then Tuesday evening, if you're in Charlotte or farther away, you can make sure to join the Magical Cartographers and I as we have our All the Things live event that will be streaming on Facebook, YouTube. We'll make sure to pop in the links here. So we'll continue the conversation from our very fun episode that just came out last week on Tuesday. If you haven't watched that yet, make sure to check it out. I think that's all the updates that I needed to give to you, except for remembering to keep an eye out for the group workshops and master classes that are going to be coming out hopefully the end of this week. If not, definitely next week. That's going to be rolling into our training series. So keep an eye out for that. I think that's it. Let's get to the cards. So I'm going to give them one last little shuffle. And I already had some the meditation that I do beforehand was already interesting, a little bit different than kind of what I usually visualize, if you will. So we'll see what the cards have to say. All right, that feels good. Let's get started with our spiritual connection card. And here we have the Lovers card. You can see that. Next, we'll move on to our health and happiness. And here we've got the Queen of Cups. Good. This feels good. Next, we have our love and relationship. And that is the Page of Pentacles. Then for our business and career, we have the Death card. We're going to talk more about this one, because this card keeps coming. This is the third week in a row this card has come up in different places. So, and last but not least, we have the Devil card. All right. This character's also been showing up a few times. So, all right. Let's see. Let's start with our spiritual connection card. And here we have the Lovers. Now, this feels like really beautiful connections that you are either having or going to be having with other people that are going to connect to you on a spiritual level. This isn't just about you being attracted to someone or, connecting to someone on a superficial level. This feels like you're going to be connecting with someone who really gets you, who when you meet and you speak to, you're going to feel this kind of chemistry that happens, not necessarily in an intimate relationship kind of way, but just really connecting with someone. And it feels like you've been searching for another person to connect with in that way. And this is a really good week for you to be conscious of the kinds of people that you want to connect with, the kind of energy that you want to start connecting with, and then put yourself out there to find those people. Don't assume they're going to knock at your door, right? You have to get out there and put your energy out there to find the energy that matches that. Okay, next, let's move on to our health and happiness. And here we have the Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups, of all of the queens, always feels to me more protective than the others. So it is about our emotions, it is about connections and community, but the Queen of Cups is kind of reminding you that your health and happiness goes beyond just who you are. So when you can find peace and tranquility and comfort and strength in your own happiness, you're able to share that with other people. It exudes out of you. I mean, I'm just feeling the emotion of this waterfall in the card, and I just feel like it's washing over people who need to experience it. And it's similar to the Lover's card in that this is about you taking this internal energy that you've been building, that you've been growing, that you've been maybe keeping to yourself. It needs to get expressed forward. It needs to move out. There are people who need this love and beautiful energy and protective energy. And so, again, I'm going to say you got to get out there. You got to start connecting with the types of people that you want to connect with and share your energy with them. All right, good. So that's internal stuff. Let's look at the external. And we will go to our love and relationships card. And here we have the Page of Pentacles. Now, this card feels very inquisitive, I'm going to say this week. This feels like in your relationships, you may have more questions than answers this week. There may be some things that are happening, some changes that are happening that you're not sure maybe how to feel about it or how to interpret them. For better or for worse, there are just questions at home that feel like need to be uncovered. And give yourself the space to do that. Give yourself the space to ask questions, to question yourself about the relationships you're in, about the ways that you are sharing love or receiving love. And don't let it be a burden. Don't let it be like a task that you have to do. If there's something that doesn't feel comfortable or there's something that feels like you have questions about, allow yourself to ask and to find out and to just be curious. Okay, let's move on to our business and career card. And here we have the Death card. Now, we've had this card for this is the third week, and I'm pretty sure it's traveled across the entire bottom of this external section. And to me, that really indicates that the good and the bad of it is the good is it means that we're releasing things. It means that we're recognizing that we have to let things end so that we can start these new beginnings, whether it's in our love and relationships, whether it's in all kinds of areas in our life, or whether it's here in our business and careers. And that's really important. Don't let this card scare you. It's important to find that release. Now, this week specifically, in the business and career section, it feels like, again, I'm drawn to the same kinds of things, but it feels like there really is this calling to you, whether it's the business that you're starting or it's a business that you want to start or it's, a job or something related to your career. It feels like there is this, I want to say this ending calling to you, telling you, pushing you like, hey, you've got to do this. It's time. There's something so much bigger and brighter for you right on the other side of this door as soon as you allow it to close. And I really encourage you this week that look around, really look around at what you're doing. Look at what you're doing versus what you think you're doing. We're in Mercury retrograde right now, so it's going to be really important for you to reflect on everything that you're doing as it's happening. So yeah, I mean, take death by the hand, if you will, in terms of ending things that aren't working for you. It still feels like there's something that you're hanging on to. Maybe now you're noticing it more in your business or career. Let go what needs to go so that you can have that rebirth. Okay. And then last but not least, for our overall card, we have the Devil card here. Now, we didn't have this card, I don't think, last week. The week before we did. As an overall card, because the rest of the cards this week feel pretty good to me. It feels like you're ready internally to move forward, to put yourself out there again. Externally, it feels like maybe similarly, you're feeling this itch to start moving. We are getting ready to move out of Taurus season. Gemini season starts Saturday. So, we are starting to move out of the comfort slash stubbornness of that Taurus energy into kind of thinking mode and questioning mode and communicating more. So the Devil card to me here feels like just being mindful. It feels less like there's something that you're still doing or something sticky still happening. It feels more like a warning. Okay. As you start to put yourself out there and really live in the change that you've been working towards, and you're asking questions and you're ending things, the Devil card in this overall position is kind of a warning like, yes, do all of that, but just be mindful that it can be really easy to slip back into your old ways. Again, I'll mention Mercury retrograde. It's easy to stumble and then stop everything that you're doing and say, oh, well, I guess it wasn't meant to be because I had this little stumble and that's some kind of sign. No, the Devil card is saying to you this week, you've got to put yourself out there. Just remember that when everything doesn't go perfectly, don't fall back. Don't fall back into who you were, what you were, the things that you did that you didn't love. Remember that it's real easy. I'm right here, but you don't have to come back. Okay. So overall, it feels really good. And like I said, we're getting ready to move into Gemini energy. We are in Mercury retrograde, but for me, it feels not as heavy, and at least right now in this Taurus energy, because it is more about reflecting on yourself, reflecting on the things that you really find comfort in, that you find joy in, that you find happiness in. It's forcing you, all of us, to really reflect on what it is that we want, what it is that we are ready for, that we want to build towards. This retrograde feels like ask the question more than once, look at it from more than one perspective, and make sure that the work you're doing is really going towards what you say it's going towards. So I hope this was helpful for you. Let me know how your week goes and stay magical, y'all.